This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by GoDaddy. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Rettinger's Riffs. I'm your host, John Rettinger, and this week it is all about the Fire Phone. Jeff Bezos just left the stage, and I wanted to talk about it. We'll go to the specs, my opinions on it, whether I think it's going to be successful, not successful, and everything that has to do with Amazon's first foray into mobile phones. This is Rettinger's Riffs. Let's start rifting. So before I get to my opinions on the Fire Phone, I'm going to really try hard to not call it the Kindle phone. Let me run through the specs in case you missed it and don't know what this thing is rocking. So it's got a quad-core 2.2 GHz Snapdragon 800 chip, Adreno 330, 2 gigs of RAM, 4.7-inch display, which is 720, so that's 1280 by 720. Available in either 32 or 64 gig configurations. It's got a 13 megapixel rear camera, and one of the 5 cameras on front that you use to take your selfies is 2.1 megapixels. And I'll explain what those other 4 cameras are for in a minute. We're keeping this guy juiced up is a 2400 milliamp hour battery, good for 22 hours. For standby time, we're going to get 285 hours and 11 hours of video playback, which is crazy. If you listen to music though, you'll get 65 hours. You get free cloud storage for all Amazon content and photos taken with the Fire Phone, so you never have to worry about filling up your device with pictures you take. And is running Fire OS 3.5, which has a lot of cool things to it. Great for Amazon content, obviously. X-ray for music, video, books, second screen, free backup and restore. Amazon's really awesome. WhisperSync, the newly launched Amazon Music, Amazon Instant Video, Kindle Books, and audiobooks from Audible. Great for audiophiles, they claim, Dolby Digital Plus, and Tangle free headphones. The cool thing about this device though is that from the second you use it, you've got a ton of content already available. You don't have to go into iTunes and sort of buy what's there. You already have access to it. If you have Amazon Prime, you immediately have access to just tons and tons of movies. One of the killer features, one of the things I loved about the Fire HDX is Mayday. If you don't know what Mayday is, it lets you just sort of launch an application on your phone and some person will show up right on your screen. They can't see you though. They can control your device. They can teach you how to use it. You don't know how to edit pictures. You ask Mayday and they will show you. They say you'll get somebody up on the screen in less than 15 seconds and someone will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no matter what time it is. You just hit it and they show up. I gave my dad a Kindle Fire HDX, mostly for Mayday, and he loves any questions that he has. He just goes ahead and asks them. That's a killer feature on a phone. Imagine having a question on your phone and wanting how to use a new feature, how to use a new app. You can just ask your phone and tech support shows up. Not only can they just walk you through it like they could over a normal phone, they can actually control your device and teach you how to do things and leave trails and draw arrows so you know how to work it. It's really cool. But that is probably not the biggest feature of the phone. The biggest one is dynamic perspective, which is kind of 3D-ish. So the phone has 4 cameras, one in each corner, so depending on how you're holding it, if you're holding it in portrait or landscape or laying in bed, essentially it's going to create sort of a 3D-esque effect. So you can tilt to pan, you could tilt it left to navigate menu, tilt it to the right to access sort of useful information and shortcuts, like attaching photos to a text message, viewing song lyrics, and a ton more. You can swivel for access to important notifications and quick actions like Mayday, flashlight settings, and much more. And they made a big deal that it's sort of really cool for one-handed use. You can sort of scroll with your phone by just tilting it down and tilting it up. Now, regardless of the fact that feature's been around in other phones for a while, any phone you have, you can pretty much scroll with one finger anyway, so I don't really necessarily helps that much with one-handed use, but they say it's great for one-handed. So another cool feature of this sort of crazy camera setup, you can peek, which actually keeps your display uncluttered by revealing additional details and quick actions only when you need it, which is kind of neat too. Stop for just one quick second to thank our friends and good peeps at GoDaddy. They want to let you know that it's go time and they're here to help you kick butt online. Start your website today with a $2.95.com. Visit GoDaddy.com and enter promo code TECHNO295 to get your .com for $2.95. Good time to start your blog. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. Firefly, which is sort of apptized. If you have the Amazon app on your iPhone, you know what this looks like. The little thing is sort of glitter on the screen. You can hold it up to anything and it'll search it for you. If you hold it up to a box of crackers, it'll find that box of crackers on Amazon and let you buy it. You can now do it for music. If you hold it up to an advertisement, it'll pull out the phone number. It's kind of cool what it does. It's just another way for you to buy Amazon stuff, which is certainly the point of this sort of a Fire phone Trojan horse gets you into the Amazon ecosystem. All this awesomeness though is not going to come cheap. It is an AT&T exclusive, at least for right now. It's going to cost you $649 for a 32 gig off contract, or $199 for 32 on contract. You can add $100 if you want to get that 64 gigabyte version. But for a limited time, you will get the full year of Amazon Prime. So this does a lot of stuff. So opinions on the device, it seems neat. I want to sort of see it and hold it. I've tried 3D phones before. Everybody remembers the ones from HTC and LG. They were headache inducing. This one though looks like they did a totally different approach. You're using your eyes and your head to sort of determine where things are going to go. It's not sort of how you're looking at it like stereoscopic 3D was. The practical applications they're saying, other than sort of way you can move it, as you're viewing maps, you can see buildings coming up at you, and you can sort of peek behind a building if you're on maps and it's blocking your screen. It's probably a little bit gimmicky. I'm wondering if you can sort of turn it off. That sort of has yet to be seen. Amazon does things right, and they're very patient, and they have the war chest to sort of stick things out to let the audience and sort of their folks that love Amazon get a chance to know their products. The original Kindle didn't set the world on fire, but they stuck with it, and certainly now the Kindle line is pretty awesome and amazing, and has crazy market, wait for it, penetration. So what's going to be successful? It's not really the cheap phone people thought it might be. Certainly an expensive phone, you know, same price or as close to the same price depending on where you buy as an S5, HTC One, or even an iPhone 5S. You do get a little more storage though. I realize that pricing the 32 gig model were the same as 16s are for the competitors. So you get more storage, but whether or not people are going to enjoy it is going to depend on the experience. That 3D effect is not going to be for everyone, but certainly it can be helpful. I think Mayday could really be a killer feature for folks that maybe want to try a new phone. It's based on Android. They know how to use it. You don't have to worry about it. Don't get that anxiety of getting a new phone. If you're not sort of a tech file or tech head like we are, get a new device. There's a lot of nerves that come along with it. I don't know how to use this. How am I going to do things? How am I going to check my email? Mayday sort of negates all of that. Also for me, that's really the killer feature of the phone. I'm excited to check it out. These devices will be shipping in early July, so a little bit of a wait. They're available to pre-order now on Amazon. I'll put a link down below in case you want to check that out. So anyway, what do you guys think of the Amazon Fire phone? Are you excited, not excited? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Leave it in the comments. It's just located in this particular region. We can have a conversation about it. I really do want to hear what you guys have to say. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'm John Render from Techno Buffalo. Check us out at technobuffalo.com. Latest and greatest tech news. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe right here to be the first ones to know whenever new videos get uploaded. We got a ton of stuff. We do phones, tablets, cars, anything that has to do with consumer electronics that has to be plugged in or uses batteries, we review.